Hello, my name is Raymond Karczewski, and I am a living Christ. This is a message from this living Christ to all of you living dead out there. I foresee my future in communicating with you about the spiritual aspects of living life on this plane of existence to be curtailed. Why? I have made little, if any, progress in the last 25 years. The intellectual satanic conditioning which binds the intellect of the average civilized person is just too overwhelming when living in hell. It is accepted as just being normal. I have, in the past 25 years of my website, arkenterprises.com, and hundreds of videos on YouTube and Vimeo. I have said publicly to all that we live in an artificial world of illusion, and I have been met with derision, attack, argument, and debate, all of which are satanic reactions. I have survived those temptations which make up the satanic, divided, conflicting world we call civilized life. The power of satanically ruled intellect has had no power over this living man of truth. It is all demonstrated on my website, arkenterprises.com. We are trained and conditioned to live in that artificial world of words, ideas, concepts. Through acceptance of parental conditioning, who merely pass on their own artificial, conditioned view of the world. They send us to schools to learn about this world. But what do we learn? Well, meaning, but also intellectually conditioned teachers hypnotically, which suggest illusions and ideas into our young intellects, and we suck it up. Our minds become molded, shaped, reactive to stimuli, to pressure, to conform, to obey. We begin to change, to depart from our natural awareness of the holistic subconscious mind, where the natural world instinctively is grasped by the subconscious mind and is stunned. The artificial world of concepts and ideas, symbols and superstitions, myths and legends that are called history, but are merely dead intellectual artifices. They become more real to us than the natural world of truth, operating in the present eternal moment of now. We become civilized. We die to the eternal truth of the moment And we thrive in the after moment of the artificial memory of a life composed of stimulation to words and illusions and memories. I, like Jesus of Nazareth, another simple man of truth, tried to convey all this to you, and you can see the result. Jesus failed, for they killed him. I'm still a work in progress, and you can see for yourself what is unfolding. I underwent a stroke 3 weeks ago, and I received, I must say, excellent care and treatment at Three Rivers Asante facility, the hospital in Grants Pass, and Highland House Rehabilitation Facility, also in Grants Pass, Oregon. And this is my second day that I'm home. I've often spoken truth to you, that you, the very essence of you and everyone, is a spiritual being, having experiences in a material body. Life and death is beyond the comprehension of the material intellect, the conscious mind, which can only argue via its divided consciousness, and yet still regard its confusion as intelligence. All this has been met with derision and skepticalness when it is challenged, mirrored. God, the infinite force that cannot be comprehended by the limited intellect, has guided me throughout my life and has been a source of consternation to all that I have come in contact with, and that includes my family, past and present, with my wife Anita, now deceased. After 49 years of marriage, I came close to resonating with the love we shared. But she, too, could not understand me, but she had complete faith in me. When facing an open heart operation years ago, my wife was asked by the operating doctors prior to the operation why she wanted to live. Her response brought a tear to my eye then, and it still does to this very day, when she replied, "I want to be around when the world discovers my husband." All others have met me with words and sentiment, but failed at the action stage. So be it. My stroke has been a gift from God, for it has clearly removed me from the hellish resonance of civilized consciousness and removed me from the arena of pretense. I have been walking on eggs around you, not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings, but it took this stroke to destroy, at least partially destroy, the ego, responsible for the divisions. Liberation from hell is very simple. Pay attention now. I'm giving you the secret of the ages. Do no harm tell no lies. That brings you into the non-dualistic realm of what is truth, God, the Creator. There is nothing to oppose, there is no one to argue with, and you will find peace. That is the second coming of Christ consciousness that has been promised you. It is here now, available, open to you now. Take advantage of it, or suffer the future hell that awaits you. All of us have been snookered in this life, me included, by the satanic forces which rule us by our own consent. That is the nature of Satanism. It is nothing more than intellectualism at play. Yet you have been conned, you have been lied to, you have been mind controlled into believing that hell is a place. Well, hell is here and now, and you're responsible for it. Look at the crime, look at the wars, look at the drugs, look at the insanity that we call normal. That's hell. There's no denying it. It has removed us from our natural state of non-duality, of love, of oneness, of peace, of tranquility, and has delivered us into a world of duality, a world of hate, division, confusion, wars, drugs, aberrant fictional lifestyles, etc. I'm going to cut this short. But before I do, I want to tell you of my direct observations of a couple of patients who shared my room at the hospital. They remained only days, and I don't know what the disposition was of them. They were in and out of consciousness. Both patients were in extreme pain, crying out to God to help them. They cried, "God, help me, I am burning!" But their cries went unabated. I saw no relief from the drugs and the medication that was given to them. By all this I concluded that hell does not start when you die. It is here and now on earth in civilized life, and is merely an extreme reactions to habitual consciousness consensually adopted by one, by you. Throughout this and other hospitalizations, I've had absolutely no pain whatsoever, no suffering. I was merely watching the sensations of the body. That was not me, for I was not the mind, and I was the spirit, the soul, the part of God that is eternal. No religions will teach you that. They will teach you concepts, but they will not give you direct insight into these matters. That is for you to discover for yourselves. But that stood to me that I was not my mind and my body, but an observer, watching it all. And it took a stroke, backed up by medical records, for you to accept the truth of what I have been saying all along when I was hale and hearty. All that I have spoken of in this communication, and for the last 25 years, is truth. If you want to see what your future holds out for you, if you don't change your ways, walk through a cafeteria at a rehab nursing facility at your local hospital sometime and look into the faces of the elderly. They're shut off from the world. They have had enough. There's nobody home. Or they are suffering in pain. Hell, isn't it?